down. YouTube, Facebook, what's up? I've got a lot to share with you guys today, a lot of fun stuff to discuss. Um, Sage it up, baby. Woo! Did you guys have fun last night? Or were you like me, just totally gassed? I don't know why. At least I got out and danced a little bit. I had fun. I made it about 35 minutes. I went out and I danced as my in my pharaoh outfit, and I was like, "That's a wrap. I'm done." But without further ado, let me go get the star of the show. Goodness gracious! I'll be right back. Yodi, 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 my boy. We have so much to show and talk about. Let's just kind of kick back and relax. We made it. Hey, we made it. All right? There's a lot of probabilities out there that we wouldn't be seeing our beautiful faces smiling at each other right now. This beautiful day in Sedona. I don't know what's going on with the weather. It was freezing, and now it's like 80 degrees outside. 12 years of playing with harp. Gets weird out there, huh? Out there in Nome, Alaska. Nome. Good old Nome, Alaska, right? Right. But yeah, big days coming up. What I can say for all light workers on Earth is this: stay in your heart. Stay in stay in the vibration that you need to be supportive for others. If you guys got to get up in the morning at 6 a.m. and I don't know, go for a brisk walk, take a hot shower. Another little spiritual hack, I should say. When you guys can't make it to a steam room or whatnot, get a spray bottle, put 50%, alkaline water, and then add eucalyptus to the water bottle, and then you spray the inside walls of your shower. So when the hot water hits, it mists, and it kind of gives you that spa feeling. Last night, Dreamtime's been crazy. I know we've been working really hard and diligently. I'm getting to spend a lot more time with you guys in 5D, which is really cool. They do that before I wake up. A lot of the stuff that our higher selves in the upper dimensions are a part of are taking place on Earth now. As far as the financial changes, as far as the humanitarian function, as far as the freedom function, as far as the truth and sovereignty of every human being on Earth being heard and known. What I can express is this, with some of the different passions and points of view out there, is treat all beings with respect in the same manner that as you'd like to be treated. There may be different reasons why people are reacting more emotionally or violently or, than others. But let me express something to you. Try to treat everyone as nice as you possibly can. You don't know what everyone's got their own stuff going on, ladies and gentlemen. So try to be as nice as possible. Everyone's got their own drama. I'm telling you right now, the whole collective consciousness of Earth is going through something right now. So now it might not be the best time to what I think. This is pump the brakes on all those Karen comments or whatever that is. Here, everyone's going through stuff. Everyone's waking up, and a lot of people are raised differently in different places and different territories around this Earth. And we have different interpretations of how we deal with situations, so situational awareness. Just be careful out there bumping into the wrong people, saying the wrong things, because now is not the time to do that. Now is the time to unite, come together, and, go, hey, bro, do you. Love you. It's the time of standing up for what's right, though, and it's the time for doing your homework. If you have an opinion about a subject, let me express something to you. If you were in a high school class and you were taking a biology test and you only had an opinion of how, let's just say, a certain life form lives, let's say, or how a flower, germinates and through photosynthesis creates life from the sun's rays, right? Them gamma rays. What I'm trying to express to you is this. At least understand every part of that flower, how it gestates, how it grows, how it does do photosynthesis, but how it flourishes, in what numbers, and how it actually works in its fundamental function. Before you tell someone else, someone might be like, I like daisies. Like, well, I like sunflowers. sunflowers are far superior. The issue is that the person that says that about the sunflower, let's just say, may not have understood everything about the daisy, may not have broken it down to absolutely the fundamentals of what the DNA codex is of this specific life form and why it exists in this function. And to understand that we are reflections of one another. So before you get too heated about a certain situation, listen to both sides of the subject, make an educated decision as an adult. Try to leave the emotion out of it as much as possible. I'm going to tell you something, there's going to be huge leaks of information that are going to come out, and I do not want my friends and family out there to feel ashamed or embarrassed about, oh my God, I didn't know that, or I never would have thought that way, or I never would have. I'm telling you that that's coming. Okay? Heads up. There's going to be a lot of information coming out about a lot of things that were outside of your knowingness. So let's talk about this for a second. Do not be too hard on yourself. But don't get any more weird or emotionally attached to something until you can see it from a perspective of knowingness in which you've already processed all the truth that you can actually extract from any situation. That's where you derive your wisdom from. Instant gratification, no. Listen to everything, use your own discernment, process everything, and then go, you know what? I understand. Get to a place where you go, oh, well, that guy, his whole life has been messed with. Tormented his whole life, different belief system installed. Did not have the same upbringing as I did. In judgment of something that is outside of yourself to understand, truly, is, like what my higher self say to me all the time, or what you guys have heard down here. Hey, you can't judge someone, walk a mile in their shoes before you judge someone. What I'm trying to express to you guys is in our hearts, we know what freedom feels like and we know what truth feels like. Stay there, okay? It's easy to see the motivations of those that wish to take something from you. Creator, the original creators of our soul, would never want to take something from us. Are there lessons we have to learn as a collective? Absolutely. But I want to be clear in stating that nature is nature and you got to respect it for what it is, right? Human nature, right, can change from time to time, from age to age, from belief system to belief system. If your core values are treat everyone with respect in the manner you'd like to be treated, I want everyone to be happy, abundant, healthy, living their best life. I see anything other than that than weakness or manipulation. Everyone is awesome. Everyone is rad. Everyone has the spark of creator beating in their chest right now as they listen to me through these audio devices. We are all spiritual in nature. This test of the lower dimensions was to test your mettle and your emotional stability on, if given a choice, what would you choose? What I'm saying right now for everyone on earth, regardless of what country you're in, inside your home, inside your room, choose peace, prosperity, and abundance, and hold space that all of this is going to work out for the highest timeline for every single sentient being on this planet. That is who you are, really. Okay? The ego stuff and all this stuff, hey, look, people have made poor decisions. They're going to be held accountable for those decisions. Don't worry about that. That I can assure you. What my thing for you guys is in staying happy is do not let that pull you underwater. Okay? Stay in the boat. Stay in the raft, man. All right. I love you guys. Okay. Now I can sashimi that to a level where these cameras shut off. I'm going to pause right there. You guys know what I mean. Dropping names and addresses. They're like, shut it off. So no, I'm going to kick it with Yoda. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right. I got cool things to show you. Then I'm going to teach you some cool things. So, check this mold out. I made out of rubber. This is the Yeshua mold. Jesus. See, Yeshua last night, if he was hanging in your house, right? This is just the mold. It'll obviously be organite and all that awesome stuff with a glowing halo. But imagine him looking at you as you leave the house to go to a party. He'll be like, boy, are you going to drink tonight? Where are you going? Hey, get back in here and meditate. So these are the things that reminds me of, oh, that's why a tequila sunrise isn't the best idea. So all my fellow Yeshua, Jesus lovers out there, this is coming in hot. And I am going to have the entire back layer 5G protection for you guys. But I wanted to tell you because I told you, I'm a man of my word. Told you I was making these for you. There it is. Okay. Number 1. Now, this one's fresh. Okay. Dude. This is the Buddha. Right? This is the Buddha mask. I just thought to myself, this would be the freshest thing ever. Like LED light in the forehead. Like, come into your bathroom and like Buddha's there like, hey babe. Or over your bed or over your doorway. And it's actually pushing that frequency. I'm just trying to say, I like to think about nice things. I don't know. It's kind of crazy out there, right? Thought you'd enjoy that. So yes, I have been working on those. Okay, more fun things. Yay! Okay. Careful, Jesus. All right, and Buddha. All right. The big Buddha back there. His eyes are glowing over there. Goodness gracious. We got questions? How about massive clearing last night? Yes. Yes, there is massive clearing. Look, there's a lot of stuff you guys I want to talk about. So let's get into it. Every single thing for the last 12 years has been running through a cheese grater. There's new Mandela effects that I have found even last night on Pandora. Tears for Fears song. Everybody wants to rule the world is how I remember it. On Pandora right now, I took a picture of it. It says everybody wants to run the world. I was like, this is blasphemy. It was rule the world, not run the world, right? So what I'm trying to express is this. There are many changes happening in our reality all the time that we're not so much aware of, right? So, you know, and on the guys on Facebook, I love you, where you calm down with your $12 an hour job pushing a button. Those who incarnated in your true bosses are here staring at you in the flesh. It's going to be awkward when you realize that. I don't think you understand. Those beings that are here staring at you through these cameras are actually the beings you guys pray to, who actually incarnated in every religion on the planet. It's going to be awkward when you realize that. I just want to be completely clear with you with 100,000% certainty. Okay? The beings that books are written about, their fathers and mothers are here. Oh, you wrote a nice story about my kid who came 3,000 years ago. I'd like to check out the planet he incarnated on. We are starseeds. So calm down there with the $12 an hour pushing a button. Okay? YouTube, I love you. Look, it's back and forth. I think I'm too much for Zuckerberg. Hey, Zuckerberg, your boss is here, and your dad's boss, and your grandfather's boss, all the way up your food chain incarnated. Boy, should be interesting to see how this timeline plays out. All right. Data from Short Circuit. Moving on. What I'm trying to express for all you guys out there, stay in your heart and stay in your strength. Okay. I'm too old to pretend. It's awkward for me to be sitting here just talking to you. That's how much information I've experienced in this incarnation. Okay. I've been on Easter Island scrapping with huge ass dudes that oversee that island that are so big that one deity jacks into, they have wild horses on Easter Island. Okay, the beings there are so big on Easter Island after I gritted all of the lava tubes and cleared out all the weird cannibal shit that was going on when they ran out and they couldn't leave the island. I was the guy who was sent there with my brother to clean out those lava tubes, to be clear. The beings are so big there, they're jacked into wild horses. So if you think your higher self is big in a human suit, imagine being such a large being, you're actually jacked into a pack of wild horses is what you need to stabilize yourself in the physical. This size of beings. So, again, love you. Calm down over there on Facebook. Now, back to fun times. All right. And, okay, let's talk about this. The crying button, too. I love you guys. I don't know what it is if you think I came and I reincarnated. I love you. You guys, I like happy faces. I like hearts. I like you guys. I like laughing. I had someone last week just hit the cry button just over and over again. I was like, are you a VCR? What is this? Are you like a VCR program? Like, I'm here with conscious beings. I love you. That's all I'm going to say about it. Do you, I'll do us. Okay, fair enough. So I've got Vogels. All right. Someone's got to say it. I mean, these crystal people, I'm like, hey, you're too late. In my case, I'm no longer a fish. I'm an orca swimming next to a net getting my homies out. I am not a fish. I'm a killer whale pretending. So, those are galactic officers in suits, if you're curious. We're not fish. When an orca comes up and looks at you, there's a high level of intelligence coming through that eyeball. And it's not a, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. No, 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 no. No, no, no. For all my fellow orcas out there, okay. Look, internet's buffering. I'm already blowing up YouTube. I'm just trying to get through things with you guys. Are we okay, YouTube? Thumbs up. I love you guys. All right, back to here. So, Vogels and why they're cool. Yeah, you've heard of a Thunderbird? Moving on. Vogels are rad. Let me explain why they're rad. So I told you in the past couple of videos, I'm going to show you all the crystals I got from Brazil. So this is one of the tubs. Not you guys kidding. So there's a lot of crystals, and we're going to show some cool ones. Okay. So the reason why a Vogel is cool, and Mr. Vogel, by the way, worked with the beginning of IBM, and Mr. Vogel is a rock star, but he realized that with the quartz crystal, especially a double terminated, 2 sides, these are taped on the ends to protect them, but a double terminated quartz crystal that are actually cut. So let me explain how you amplify a charge on a crystal. Many of you guys know this, okay? Every single time there is an etch on a Vogel, imagine every etch is a multiply sign. So this is a quartz crystal projector multiplied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times. So the reason why I like Vogels is it's your chi not just coming through, because the same thing with the 6-pointed cut on a crystal. With the Vogel, the cuts go all the way through. So you put this in your left, right? Palm. Okay, let me teach you some cool stuff. You guys walk into a museum, okay? There's some really cool stuff in the museum you'd like to download that's behind glass. Get a Lemurian Vogel, put it in your right hand, okay? Make sure the base of that crystal is going into your palm where your chi comes out. Bang, bang. Okay, I've done this in the loo with my hand up my sleeve. What you do is right to left, right to left, right to left, right to left. You drill a hole from your reality through the glass into the crystal device or the content that you want to download. You drill into it. Once you penetrate, right? Right to left, right to left, right to left. You pull it back, right? Now, if you have a specific Lemurian crystal that actually has 4 sides and the 5th side's a thumb, what you do is you pull back like it's a USB drive, okay? So I'm downloading the information, so let's practice. I'm at a museum, they won't let me touch my property that I dropped off 14,000 BC. It's sitting in the Louvre. I actually know some of the guys that carved the stuff. So I was so pissed when those guys were breaking those Sumerian statues in Iraq. I was like, do you have any idea how long those things took to make? No, you're a bunch of teenagers jumping around. Anyways, imagine this is your right hand. I'm left-handed, so check it. Here's what you want. Here's what you want to download. So, to drill in, right to left, right to left, right to left, right to right, right to left. You get in, you lock. You want to imagine the field expands like a bubble, like a sphere. Then you take your thumb and you pull straight back into the crystal. And when you do it right, you can actually feel, it's almost like you feel the ether between. It's like they're hooked. It's not like it's a separate thing. You're like, you pull it back and you pull it into the crystal, okay? It's an easy way to copy and paste. Thought I'd share that with you. All right. Indara, love it. Some of it's real, some of it's not. You gotta be careful out there. All right. The stuff from Shasta I heard was pretty lit. What else? Amethyst Vogels are rad. Remember, amethyst is good for talking to your higher selves. Communicato, amethyst. So again, amethyst Vogels. All right. See, keep me in a good mood, baby. God, can we stay in a happy mood right now? Can we kind of like bring it in? Can we kind of like bring it in and be in a happy mood for like 20 minutes? All right. I want to say some things and I'm going to pause because it's funny and you know it deep down in your plums, your heart. It's funny, but I'm not going to say it right now. What else? Your higher selves are working diligently on actually seeing which one of you guys are crossing crossing your T's and dotting your I's in your Ascension courses. 35% of the homies that are watching me right now in 4D, in Ascension school, you guys are going through the, it could be kindergarten, middle school, high school, early college, early 20s cleanup of the emotional integrity necessary to not make the same decision that may have been made in the past. You may actually be viewing your past in dream time and making different decisions and viewing it as an observer rather than allowing it to affect your emotional body. Very important. That's growth. That's becoming an adult. Awesome. All right. Shall we try questions? And I've got some more cool stuff. I'm just like, Facebook, my brothers. 3 questions for the planet. Go. Yes, okay, are these crystals on my website? I can put them on there. Just email support@teamlight.com. Say if you want a Lemurian or an amethyst for higher self communicato, and we'll give you some prices for that. I'm getting them straight from the mine in Brazil because I don't know if Tucson Gem Show's happening in February. I'm not waiting. So I literally called the guys in Brazil on WhatsApp, and I'm like, I need 20 kilos sent to me now. So they're DHLing it to me. I just want to make sure we have everything we need and we have all the tools we need. Mind you, on all the Brahma lamps, they're getting Vogels. I'm not putting baby crystal, these are Vogels. The big pyramids are getting big amethyst or big, large crystals inside. I want the best for you guys because it does make a difference. I've been doing this for 12 years. I understand which crystals work the best and why. Energy amplifiers is, basically an orgone device, right? It's supposed to work like a crystal engine. It's a crystal engine, you know what I mean? So that's something to, incorporate and understand. So, what's the best thing to do for shielding? Okay, so I will tell you a couple different versions you can do. Okay. Say we're all going downtown to a party. Maybe you guys were there last night. How do you guys shield yourself without a bunch of tools? Then we'll talk about with the tools. Okay, so one of the rules my highest light taught me down here was, I'll tell you how I got to this understanding and I'll tell you the lesson. I'm flying into Los Angeles at 6 a.m. 6 years ago. My third eye's on. I can see all of the huge beings that oversee Los Angeles, which looks like the Death Star when you're flying in from Phoenix. And it was really early in the morning. And I actually saw these huge upper dimensional beings, like these planetary guardian type dudes, your guys' true size higher selves. And as I was flying into LA, I noticed they would pause time. I could see them moving, and then everything underneath them would freeze. They would make adjustments, and then they would hit start again. They were adjusting the timeline in a specific neighborhood as I was flying in. And I asked my highest light, I go, yo, dude, why do we gotta work so hard down here if you guys can just pause time and make the adjustments for us? And I was serious. I'm like, why am I busting my rump doing these things, driving through Los Angeles, black bag special dudes, gridding? Why am I doing this back and forth thing if you guys could just snap your fingers, pause time for 12 seconds at 5:30 in the morning, boom, 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 handle business, and then restart time again? And he goes, son, the vessel must be conscious enough to request aid. That is one of the real rules I want you guys to understand. Put it in quotations if you're new, but listen to me. Ask and you shall receive. For me, it was specifically, the vessel must be conscious enough to request aid. Okay? That means you have to be at a conscious level, right? To come up, unplug from the matrix, snap out of it enough to go, hey, what is going on down here? To look up, right? Third eye comes on and goes, hey, what's up? You're like, hey, what's up? You're like, what do you want me to do with this? They're like, hey, I've been waiting 30 years to talk to you. Let's start there. What I'm trying to say is that you got to come up in frequency, right? To make those requests to your higher self. So always ask your highest light, hey man, should I do this? Hey, highest light, your most evolved being on the top left-hand side of your consciousness. Now look, we're in duality. You also have a highest light. That who is in charge of all the guys on your right-hand side. It's not just highest light, nothing over here, and a bunch of weirdness. No, it's not. Highest light, top left, highest night, top right. Okay? and then all the dimensions coming down from that. Obviously, I go into the more detail with this stuff in the sessions. I'm just saying for each of you guys out there, if you want to watch a video, multi-dimensional template, I believe it's on Unite the Collective. It's even on, I did the same thing. I filmed it on Facebook as well. Just keep scrolling back. Maybe it was like a year and a half ago. But what I'm trying to express is the ordinance of understanding how the dimensions work and how your higher selves interact with you, what they're allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do. I know for a fact the higher self is not allowed to jump into a suit unless it's a life or death situation by force. Okay? Again, how I learned this, and I've said this in previous videos, was I was on this mountain back here practicing by myself, getting ready for Ruhpolding, Germany, because I had to go smash on some jackasses over there. Okay? That was where Eagles, above where Eagle's Nest was from the World War II, the Hitler stuff, okay? I had to go clean some of that stuff up, which is crazy, mind you. So, I noticed when I was running on the cliffs that if I hit a certain speed, or if I was running and jumping across, mind you, do not do this, hashtag don't do this. I'm just gonna tell you how I learned how to do this. I think that's fair, right? Don't recommend this ever. This is how I learned. So I'd run, jump over the cliff, land, right? And then here's the thing. When I tried it the first time, I would run and my fear would kick in. Boom. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing, guy? What are you doing, guy, right? I eventually built up the courage to do it. And I noticed right when I decided, when I took off that I was going, I remember my higher self, was my 6D, jumped in the suit, and I thought I was gonna land. Here's the jump. I thought I was just gonna barely make it. He got in the suit, and I landed like all the way over here. And I was zero fear. Then all of a sudden, it would turn off, and then all of a sudden, my 3D would kick back in and go, oh, what just happened? I was like, I don't know who I am. What's happening, right? So I realized that. And they said that's the rule. Like if you guys are in a near-death life experience, or many of you guys were younger, maybe unfortunately, or we were very silly back in the day, but driving under the influence of something and you do not remember how you got home, well, I can tell you first and foremost, you didn't get your booty home. Someone of your higher selves got in the suit and you just woke up in bed. Okay, in the morning, like, how did I get here? I got nothing. So what I'm trying to say is that it does happen more often than you think. Now, obviously, I'd much rather you guys do these sort of meditation practices in complete, stable, mental, physical, and spiritual control, staying in your heart, balancing, meditating, controlling your vibration, asking deeper questions about yourself. But what I express is this stuff that I learned how to do, I had to learn it old school. My guys did not teach me this new school, new age way. I had the guys that said, go put your feet in the river for 4 hours. Yeah, we know it's cold. You used to surf. We know you're going to go purple. Okay? How about running in Alaska with my brother Jason? We had to cross all these frozen streams to get where we had to go. Okay? Funny story was I knew I had to run across rivers and frozen estuaries to get where we were going. It's an old pyramid in Alaska. And so I Scotch guarded my Uggs. I had these Uggs. I'm like, I'm just going to weatherproof these Uggs. Well, halfway through transversing all the rivers up in Alaska, my shoes had turned into water balloons. And yes, they were waterproof, but apparently the water had gotten into my shoes and they weighed about 100 pounds each. It was ridiculous. So again, that was our first little jaunt, me and my brother Jason, doing these things together. But what I can express to you guys is this. This guy's 10 years paramilitary, pararescues, Air Force, Navy SEAL. After that activation, he goes, bro, I've done some crazy stuff. I've never thought about running across frozen rivers to open a gate and then get back. Because what you have to understand is not just physical energy. You have to get to a location and then explode. Okay? Imagine getting in a fist fight for 30 minutes with everything you got. Then put yourself back together and then get out. It's not like, oh, I'm going to meditate and burn some sage. No. Some of you guys who do real grid work, you know what I talk about. It takes everything you got to get there and get out. So I'm just like you. I just want to recommend that for you. That's the norm. Okay? It's everything you got. That's why you think it's so important to go to the gym, work out, get your cardio, your stamina, your fast twitch and your slow twitch muscles strong. to be able to explode light out of your body. To be able to hit someone's 4D with so much voltage as you flex your left pectoral, you knock them on their ass, and the 3D vessel that actually thought they were going to do something against you just glitches and just glitches out. Do you know how many beings I've glitched? You guys ever glitch someone driving by, went a little too fast on the freeway and glitch out the guy with the... I've driven by a guy, totally had me for speeding. And he was in the car going like this. I was like, no. I was literally like, no. I was like, sleep now. He was like, I drove by, he was like doing a glitch thing with the speed gun in his hand. So is this stuff real? Yeah, it absolutely is. What I'm trying to express to you guys is the life reflection I want to share with you is not that if this is real or not. What I'm trying to share is my wisdom of why to do something and why not to do something. Okay? Having abilities is cool. Being empathic is cool. Being telepathic, telekinetic is awesome. Talking to your higher selves every night is awesome. Now, what's on the other side of that? You can't pretend to be a dum-dum. There's things I can no longer do. I'm held to a higher accord. My higher selves are on me like white on rice. I have to be in 100% integrity every single day. My body's processing 6 to 10 times the normal amount of energy that flows through a normal person. What happens with that? Do you think it's easier for me to fall asleep? No, it's harder. I have to go exude this energy so I may fall asleep at night. What I'm trying to say, you guys each have choices in your life, right? Who you really are, distraction, 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 distraction. Who you really are, distraction, distraction, distraction. What I'm trying to say is when these distractions get less and less and less and less and less and less, you guys don't think your higher selves are full-blown Jedi galactic commanders staring at you every night laughing? Some of you guys' higher selves are full-blown like superhero type beings looking at their lower fractal in bed, watching Netflix, going, they'll get it eventually, one way or the other. What I'm trying to express to you guys is, why do you have to wait for your higher self to get it? I'm in 3D. You guys can see me on these cameras. I'm telling you right now, what do you think they're watching? They're saying, does he or she speak their truth? You start speaking your truth, throat chakra turns on. Okay? Are they taking care of their vessel, their temple? Do they understand the importance of them making this incarnation? Are they here to help planet Earth? Help the animals that don't have voices? What sort of fire or passion do you have burning inside of yourself? Okay? I'm going to tell you right now, if I was in that Sea Shepherd boat and I saw a Japanese cruiser coming to get some dolphins, it would be Mario Kart on the open ocean. Straight up. Rubber harpoons, water cannons. I'd be throwing chi balls at these dudes trying to knock them out. Full blown. I know who I am. Just like you guys out there, my fellow brothers in Australia, you know exactly what I'm talking to you right now, my brothers in Australia and my sisters, listen. I know you guys are these sleeping titans in right now. I understand you guys have the force to change many things. Listen to your brother, though, in the same way. Listen, my one brother out there in Australia, lit, okay? Out there in Melbourne. I move more energy and can have more drastic effect on this entire planet when I am in a good mood. I have seen verbatim when I start to turn red energetically and my night side takes over, my power drops drastically in my energetic field. I go from a, very high level being with all the clearance. As I get upset and more angry and rage, they drop my power level to protect everything around me of me actually doing something that they can't stop. What have I learned here? To be honest with you, for all my fellow kids from Orion, okay? If I'm in a great mood, my inner child's behind the wheel, I got 80s music on, I got my powered pyramids on the property, and I have my grids, which are set up all over the world. I can move golden energy at 10 times the speed and actually push concussion waves of that golden light energy through all these major metropolitan cities. I can use all of my chi to explode everything I have in about 45 seconds to 5 minutes. So it depends on how long you want to dance. Okay? But I get the same exact effect doing it from a loving place and a dancing place than I would getting very angry. It drops your frequency. Okay, so let me explain something else to you. For all those guys that just want to go night side and they don't want to go light side. Okay, let me explain this to you. You're never going to beat beings that play with a full deck. Let me explain. If your light side on your left-hand side is a half a deck of cards, all the guys on your right-hand side is a half a deck of cards. Listen, no one who's just playing on the night side will ever be able to beat anyone, right, that's just playing on the light side. Who wins? Those that play with both decks. You'll never be able to beat a being who's balanced in their light and night side because they're playing with a full deck of cards. You're only coming from half a deck, a quarter of a deck. The options that we have being balanced is tenfold what you will have in a specific belief system of a lower fourth dimensional construct or sixth dimensional construct. You'll never even be able to really see yourself. So I want you guys to step into your true cosmic selves, that higher mind self, the self that goes, everyone in this Starbucks have a blessed day. Boom. For no reason, just because you're in a good mood, you know? Another thing I used to do, which is really fun. I'm trying to give you guys some 3D things, so it doesn't sound all, hocus pocus. It doesn't sound all spiritual wah-wah, or woo-woo. This is what I used to do. I used to go downtown LA. I had to drive there for school. And I taught myself how to play the drone flute, which is a dual flute, okay? This is some cool stuff. When it was traffic, I taught myself how to play this flute when I was still going to college, senior year. My sister got me it is a gift. And we were in stop traffic, and I taught myself how to play this flute with the radio. So I was playing hip hop on a Native American drone flute. That's how I taught myself how to do this, right? The funniest thing is, every time I do it in traffic, all the windows, I roll my windows down, right? People see me playing, I roll the windows down, and all of a sudden I'd have like 6 cars around me like, get it! And I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. You basically create the magic around you that everyone gets to feel. That's a very 3D way, right? That I experienced that. But I never forgot that. I was like, wow, if one of you guys has a great, amazing, beautiful, impactful day, you affect everything around you. Even people who are unconscious. When I walk into the store, sometimes, I didn't want to go into that conversation, never mind. But when I speak my truth or I walk in carrying a certain presence, let's just say more people are in less fear, not more fear, okay? For some of you guys, why you don't know how to deal with fear. Let's talk about this. For all my light workers and grid workers, this is more advanced stuff, okay? Some of us are trained, let me explain it why you guys are, some of you guys are the way you are, okay? There's different warrior groups and warrior clans, warrior species in the universe, okay? Let me tell you how we were trained from Orion, just so you guys understand why this fear stuff is really difficult for some of us to deal with because we get angry. We don't know how to process fear. There are some beings like me, I can't process fear. I don't know what it is. It seems like some sort of inefficient mental thing, okay? So, when we were grid working, all right, Yodi. Look, I'm going to tell Yodi a bedtime story. You guys can hang out. Yodi, this is what happened. So, when they activated me in 2009, and I had that, 8D Admiral 9-foot Anunnaki dude in a flight outfit standing in front of me, I didn't get the slow as you go. I got 2 weeks of that, and then my galactic aspect stepped up and said, you're late. You have to get to work now. We don't care. Like, it was basically like there's some serious things that needed to be handled, and it was right around the Orion Gate Wars time, which is 2009, 2010. I had to go to work, okay? I was trained specifically in going to old battlefields is what they trained me for, or old periods of time where there was a lot of conflict. And when there's a lot of conflict and loss of life and turmoil energetically, they trained me to basically go to these old battlefields, transfer souls, open and close doors, and basically reset the playground, okay? Imagine I was like a galactic plumber or a planetary Reiki guy, or I'd show up as a gardener with a rake and a shovel, and I would fix something, let's just say energetically, okay? So, I was trained to smell fear. The reason why I was trained to smell fear was because I had to go to the darkest part of the dungeon. I am not the guy that goes to the front and talks to the guards. I'm the guy that sneaks around the back of the castle, goes to the hole that goes down into the abyss or some of these lower dimensions, and it's my job to plug it. So I have to be able to feel that darkness or that fear or that night force. That's how I was trained. Okay. Give you guys a little more insights on when I say some stuff, you go, oh, that's why it's like that. So when I go to a grocery store, okay, that's how I was trained for like 8-9 years, right? So I go to a grocery store, I'm going to Safeway, I'm just trying to get some pineapple. And I feel all this fear around me. I'm like, what is this? Why is there so much fear around me? Like, it's foreign to my body. And that's why a lot of us out there we repel against it. You can be a very empathic healer. You don't want to go out in public. You want to stay by yourself. Why? Because you don't want to feel that frequency. You're like, because it's foreign to you. You are a light worker. Understood? I want you guys give you a little more insight in why you energetically go, no, we're not going. Or, nah, I don't want to go. Or even last night, you want to go put your costume on and shake it? And you're like, I was just going to drink some tea and light some sage and put on Hocus Pocus on, I'm going to do something a little more casual. What I'm trying to say is that there are rhymes and reasons. We are reflections of one another, right? So there's one version in you that's like me. And there's one version in me that's just like you. Remember that. That's why we work together upstairs. You guys are just like me when you wake up. And I'm just like you, your higher selves. We are the same team. Just trying to be real. I was trained differently. I'm trying to share my wisdom with you to go, oh, maybe that's why I don't like to be around in crowded environments. Yeah, because if we were back in the Roman times or Sumerian times, you would have a 6-man team around you walking into public. You're empathic, your field is so strong. We're not used to being stuck in like little sardine cans and like walking shoulder to shoulder. We're the leaders of old who reincarnated. You guys out there, I just want to be, there may be some more deeper reasons why you guys react emotionally to stuff, because it might trigger memories of, I don't know, maybe Tartaria. I don't know, Mud Flood, Tartaria, Atlantis. Okay? It might trigger old memories where you remember this sort of same program being rolled out before and the same BS. That's all I want to say. Okay. Woo! Yodi! I was like Wolverine, bro. I was like, where is it? I mean, like, dude, I was the guy you called to come get you. Like, that's why I love you guys out there. And I love my boys out there. So I'm trying to say my homies out there across the planet, listen to me, fellow light warriors and women out there, fellow goddesses. To be in a good move and move that much energy and, move so much golden energy through your sphere that you actually swallow your bedroom, your house, your backyard, 5 houses, 5 square blocks, and move the stagnance off of you is a much better way to move the energy instead of burying it deep down inside and raging out. That's all I was trying to say. Because we all do that, okay? And I have to talk myself out of it all the time. You guys, I'm one of those people. I have to tell myself to be nice maybe 25 times a day. Rion, be nice. Rion, be nice. Hey, be nice. I'm the dog whisperer for myself. I'm like controlling my mind. I'm like, I just want to get you. Be nice. I'm going to get. Be nice. Where are they now? Be nice. How far underground? Be nice. So I'm trying to tell you guys is this. If you're going to turn on your real power, let me express something to you. It comes with responsibilities. Not a joke, not a tagline. The more powerful you are, the more responsibilities you have. So everyone who's waking up right now, who's curious about stuff, let me express something to you. Being curious is cute when you're a child. When you're actually handed responsibility, and you remember how old you are and why you came here, the pretending ends. I want you guys to understand how important you are to this planet, and this solar system, and this galaxy. And again, they didn't send in the C team, they sent in the Alpha Omegas. We are the A team of this entire sector, of this galaxy. Many of you guys are royalty from other planets checking this place out. So have honor for yourself. Do not treat yourself less than anything other than what you are. And do not listen to poor programming that's not true. It's not true. Whatever version of that you need to process in your own discernment. That's all I wanted to share. Okay. Whew. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right. How about a cup of sage? A cup of sage. All right. What else do we got going on? Well, it is that time of year again. Okay, so I do this once a year, and yes, it is upon us. I love you guys so much. So I'm doing this for you, and I love you, because I know the reflection is going to be me working very, very hard. Imagine Santa Claus saying, hey guys, I love you. I do this once a year. I know it's going to cause me a lot of manual labor, but it's for your own good. November 3rd through November 8th, it's 30% off everything in my shopping cart. It is our annual White Light Wednesday sale. 30% off everything in the shopping cart except for sessions and apparel, because obviously there's not really a markup there. It's for you guys. But 30% off. You guys are thinking about light tools, a pyramid, sundials, Brahma lamps, whatever you guys want. It's 30% off site-wide. Starts November 3rd through the 8th. And it's our annual sale every year. So I'm really excited for that. I've been working tirelessly to get this done for you guys. The coupon code is LIGHT30. LIGHT 30. Okay? Here's the thing about this. On November 3rd, if there's something you guys wanted, I would get it as soon as possible. Here's why. I'm limiting the quantity based upon what we have. So I can't sell 25 sundials, okay? I know you're like, hey, there's a quantity thing. If you guys want something, get it on November 3rd. It starts at midnight. Like 12:01 a.m. on November 3rd through the 8th. So that's 30% off everything in the shopping cart except for sessions and apparel, and that's 30% off retail. It's lit. My brother's here downstairs right now getting ready for it. We know how much we move every year. Here's my thing. You guys, whatever it is in your life right now, when you feel stagnant, start pushing more and more light. That is when the light leans back. You know what I mean? It's not just to wait for someone to hand us something. It's not to wait for someone to make a decision for us. We just keep pushing and pushing and pushing until we make this world what we want it to be. Just like our forefathers and foremothers, we do not wait for things. We make moves. So I want to express that for you guys. We're not waiting for anyone to make decisions for us down here. We incarnated. You're here staring at me right now. I love you guys. Now let's talk about cool stuff I see you guys doing in Dreamtime. All right. So you guys got 3 12-man teams from 3 different sectors on the planet. Australia, there's one from South America, there's one from North America. It's 3 or 4 teams. We're like North America, Canada. They have us training in these elite schools upstairs and learning about specific skill sets and things that we have to remember very, very quickly when there is a frequency shift, so we may help others who are struggling. I'm not sure what this solar flash thing is, but I can tell you first and foremost, there's a reason why I've told you guys for the last 12 years or 10 years, get your 4D in Ascension School. Why? Because your 5D and this new form of energy you guys are going to step into when we go from this carbon-based life form to more of a crystalline-based life form like we used to have on Earth, on Gaia, when she was known as Terra. But back in the day when we had the huge gigantic trees that are fossilized now full of crystals, which you cannot get from a carbon-based life form, that timeline is upon us. There's a great galactic alignment happening December 21st through December 25th. Pay attention. How can you guys expedite moving into your light bodies? You're going to have to detox your light body. You have to pay attention to your diet. You're going to have to flush your intestines, whatever you need to do, colonics, whatever you guys got to do to try to get your body as least, remove the density or dead things out of your body as most inefficiently as possible. I'm telling you guys this because it's going to be much easier for you to transition. You're going to have less emotional attachment. For example, have you guys ever gone through a tragedy in your life and then you actually, and then your hair grows out, let's just say, and then you have a moment, maybe when you were younger, they're like, I want to cut my hair, I want to shave my head, let's just say. What are you doing? You're actually cutting that experience or that DNA off of you. Just making that as an experience. I love long hair. It's beautiful. But your hair does carry data. Native Americans have known this for a very long time. If you guys don't know this, in Native Americans, I'm not sure if it was in Vietnam or the Korean War, but when the Native Americans were all obviously awesome trackers. That's why they're the best, and the code talkers, right? Well, when you shave a Native American's head, they found that they lost their connection to their nature or that spirit, and they became like normal people. They couldn't track or use that empathic abilities when they chopped their hair off. I'm telling you guys this. Inside of our bodies right now, I would like you to take a little more focus on what you're putting in your body, your water, your food, your nutrition. When you guys are doing your abs, your push-ups, your bench, your workout, do those extra 5 to 10 reps that actually creates change in your body. The ones that where the acid's building up, you're like, I can't do anymore. Do 5 or 10 more. Yes, you can. Push yourself a little bit. You're doing a walk around the block. The last, say you're doing a mile walk around the neighborhood. When's the last time you actually jogged or sprinted? Try to pick up your speed for that last block and see what it actually feels like to push yourself. I'm expressing this to you because the entire planet is asking us energetically to push ourselves. And those that are will be rewarded with an easy transition. Those that are going to stuck doing the same thing they've been doing for the last 30 years are going to have a very hard time. For us as indigos, help your parents, okay? And for you crystals out there, help your indigo parents. For those rainbows out there and those kids being born right now, you're moonwalking on us. You already have the triple helix, right? 3 codons, 4 codons of the DNA. For all of us that are having to go through these upgrades manually, understand that if you guys have weird bumps popping up on your body or your skin, what is this? I have to have this physically removed one more time. Second time. You guys know my story. When I had this, my third eye came on and this bump formed on my cheek. Okay. Third eye comes on in 2009. I'm going to college at the time. I had to go into the doctor's office and on campus at Cal State LA. Guy cutting it. I go, can you please remove this cyst? He goes, sure. He lays down. I'm awake. Cuts into it. And he goes, it's not a cyst. Instantly. He pulls it out and he's showing it to me. I go, it looks like white calcified bone matter. This is very strange. 2 months later, I put it together. Mind you, in 2009, 2010, I wasn't very woke. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. My third eye comes on. 9 months later, this thing has completely formed, and I actually had to have it physically removed. My guide in my body moved all of the things that my body cannot break down, which your body cannot break down fluoride or aluminum. You're not going to pass it. What does your body do as a foreign object? It does a clump of cells around it and traps it. That's what it does. You guys, my brother came over this morning. He has bumps all over his arms he can't explain. Alexander had bumps behind his ears. Okay? I get this on my face. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is that you're going to have a physical, biological change in your body when you start to detox it and vibrate faster in resonance than you have been. Get prepared for that and don't be shocked or surprised. I'm just trying to tell you, don't be like, I can't believe it. I'm telling you, your biology's changing. That's what you wanted in the first place. There are going to be some things your body's going to need to detox. Heads up on there. That is completely normal. No, it's not weird. Just letting you know. Okay. Whew. All right. That's me, baby. All right. So no fluoride. Alkaline. Keep that pH 9 and above. I love you guys. So again, if you guys are new, check out store.teamlight.com. Sale starts November 3rd. It's on. There's also going to be a special sale page on there because I have a lot of prototypes and cool stuff that I make. And I was like, yo, dude, like someone would really appreciate this. There's going to be a special sale page on our shopping cart for sale items that are special things that I made maybe only one of. Right? I make many prototypes. So those doors open November 3rd for you guys. The reason why we're doing it on November 3rd on White Light Wednesday is because international orders, we have been finding that international orders are taking up to 6 weeks to be delivered. So I want to make sure you guys get all your stuff for Christmas. Okay, if you guys order a gift for your partner, your mom or your dad, you want to wake your parents up, get a sundial or manifestation castle like I did to my parents, put it under their bed and plug it in and just don't tell them. I did that to my dad for like 2 years. Hey, what's going on? Every time I come to my parents' house in Manhattan Beach, bro, I had like a backpack full of organ I had to make, right? And I just like, when he's not in the bedroom, I just laced his bedroom and the guest bedroom. And then I go, and then I'd leave and like, I wait 2 days and I go, hey man, I saw you in Dreamtime. How you doing? And he was like, what's going on? He's like, he always fights zombies. That's his thing, it's zombies. You know, he's always fighting zombies over there in LA. But I did do that to my parents. It's a true story. I was like, I'm Rion. I'm lit. I'm a light worker. I'm part of Team Light. We got to get this going. I can't have my parents sleeping. You got to move. So for you guys out there that may have roommates or partners, I don't want to say too much funny stuff, but let's say you and your partner live in 2 different places and you're the girlfriend or the boyfriend and you want to know really what they're doing energetically, get them a powered angelic bed set. Tell them to put it under their beds and grid it. You'll see in dream time what they're doing. Or this also works though for protecting your kids from night terrors. It does help. Kids have a night terrors, wake up at 3 in the morning all the time. You guys can't put an angelic bed set. You get an angelic bed set under your bed. These are quantum entangled based upon my alchemy. You pull it under the kid's bed. You get up at 3 in the morning and you'll be triggered to wake up and deal with whatever that is messing with your kids. Like I said, every single being on this planet should be responsible for their space, should guard their temples, right, with their free will. And that's something that many of us need to understand about your sovereignty and what that means. That means nothing enters this space without my say-so, okay? And that means all dimensions and energetically. Many light workers and gritters and healers already know this. If you guys are new, you understand that your space is your sacred space and that you can't allow any Tom, Dick, or Harry being to walk right through your living room. I'm sorry, are you lost? I don't allow that in my space whatsoever. When your third eye comes on and you can see these beings, it becomes a lot more real for you. Right now, it just may sound like words. When you can see 8-foot being walking through your living room, just going by, not even trying to mess with you, walking on some old 2,000-year-old sidewalk, or the reason why a lot of those places in Pennsylvania or the Midwest where the old Civil War battlefields took place on, nothing will grow there, no one wants to build there, they feel weird energy there, will understand that energetically there is something going on there, and you might not be aware of it or be able to see it in the physical, but you can feel it. Same thing if you guys walked into an old house or whatever, you guys feel energy, no matter who you are. It's just what level of awareness are you at. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure to be with you guys here today. I love you. Let's just keep going, okay? There's higher levels of things coming our way. Lots of positive changes. You guys stay in your heart. We've got this. Please have patience. I know it's hard. I'm right there with you. Sending love and abundance from Sedona. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys, all right? YouTube, may the force be with you. Love you guys. Peace.